Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over. We have new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC events that have just been announced. We also have events that have just gone live. We also have some Nintendo Direct rumors to take a look at, some Pokemon Day rumors to go over. There's a lot of stuff to get into today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, a new global challenge has just been announced for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. Play Pokemon tweeting out saying the 2024 Global Challenge 2 online competition is coming soon to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So these are the details about it. So get ready to earn championship points and test your skills against trainers from around the world. The Global 2024 Challenge 2 online competition is coming soon to the Scarlet and Violet games. So sign up period is the 21st of February, which is... it is next Wednesday, and then that is until the 29th of Thursday, and then we also have the competition period, so you have from the 21st to the 29th to sign up, and then the competition period is from the 29th to the 3rd of March. So obviously this is taking place before and after Pokemon Day, and then battle teams must be registered during sign up, yada yada yada, and then these are the participation prizes. You must finish 3 or more matches with a win or a loss during the competition period to be eligible for awards. So you get 100,000 league points, you get a gold bottle cap, and then you also get an ability patch as well. So again, with these competitions, you can't quit halfway through a battle. You have to win or lose, you just have to finish it, and then you get the rewards after the competition ends if you have completed 3 or more matches. So yeah, I mean, obviously some pretty good rewards this time as well. 100,000 league points, gold bottle cap, and ability patch. Nothing to really complain about there. Moving on though, we do also have the raid announcement, which is now live. So Cerebi here tweeting out saying the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra Raid Battle event featuring Stonjourner, Ice-Q, Armarouge, and Celoredge is now live. It runs until the 18th of February, 23:59 UTC. And then this is the information about this Terra Raid battle. So Armarouge has Armor Cannon, Expanding Force, Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere, and then the additional moves are Sunny Day and Psychic Terrain. Standard shiny rates, level 75, just gives you your normal stuff as well as you would usually get in a level 5-star raid. Your big pearls, your nuggets, your ability capsules, the XP candy, all that stuff. We also have Celoredge coming in at level 75, has Bitter Blade, Shadow Claw, Psycho Cut, Night Slash, Sunny Day, and Bulk Up are its additional moves. And then we have Stonjourner, who is also level 75, has Rock Slide, Body Press, High Horsepower, and Heavy Slam, and then the additional moves are Sandstorm and Iron Defense. And then finishing things off, we have Ice-Q, which has Liquidation, Ice Spinner, Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, and then the additional moves are Amnesia and Snowscape. And then obviously we have like the different kind of I don't know what these are. Oh, they're just the like lower level raids and stuff. Again, they have different moves and stuff, but they're just the easier ones to beat. But obviously, you're going to be concentrating on the 5-star ones regardless. However, though, there is a little bit of an issue with one of these. So we have Matt here, who, of course, is one of the main data miners in the community, tweeting out saying, Game Freak accidentally shiny locked 3-star Ice-Q raids, and they're fixed 1 to 8 scale. So wait for a fix, I guess. So the 5-star raids are fine, but for some reason, the 3-star Ice-Q raids, just Ice-Q, not Armarouge, Celoredge, and Stonjourner, just Ice-Q, they're shiny locked. So if you were looking to get a shiny Ice-Q from doing 3-star raids, you can't. I mean, it's just very poor from Game Freak's kind of point of view. And I mean, like, it's nothing crazy because the odds are ridiculously low anyway. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Like, you already shiny locked all the legendaries. Why are you shiny locking this poor Ice-Q as well? But anyway, that's all of the DLC events. We also have this as well. It's not really that applicable unless you're in Japan, but I thought I'd include it in the video anyway. So we've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, a new event has been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in Japan. Get a Snorlax at Pokemon Centers from the 23rd of February through to the 29th of February. But again, this is just in Japan. We have Joe Merrick here tweeting out saying, context, this is part of the ongoing Project Snorlax campaign, which has been running in Japan the past year. This side is called Stay Together with Snorlax. So yeah, you can't get this anywhere else but Japan, and also in the Pokemon Centers as well. But either way, thought I'd include it because it's another event coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I guess. Anyway, I mean, you could always get one if you have a friend in Japan or something that can trade at you. But anyway, that's all that. Let's move on to this whole Nintendo Direct fiasco that has just kind of like gone so wrong this week. So of course I've been reporting on it this week and last week. Loads of rumors. We had people like Jeff Grubb, Nate the Hate, Necro Felipe all coming out and saying that we were going to get a direct this week, and it was most likely going to be this Thursday. Again, some of those people like Nate the Hate usually got a really good track record. Jeff Grubb is like give or take, and then also Necro Felipe. Every time I covered him, I said that, you know, he got a lot of things wrong in the past, so I don't know why everybody was saying that he was definitely right, but he was obviously wrong this time. But either way, there was supposed to be a Nintendo Direct on Thursday. We got like a ton of like announcements every single hour from Nintendo, I think on the Wednesday. So everyone was like, okay, well then that's the first party direct not happening. So we might get like a third party direct on the Thursday, but that also didn't happen. So everyone's kind of scratching their head now like, where's the direct? Why haven't we gotten it? But this could be a little bit of an answer. So we have My Nintendo News here tweeting out saying, Jeff Grubb, Nintendo Direct apparently postponed due to the Xbox announcement. So yeah, we obviously had the big Xbox podcast thing yesterday, and apparently the Nintendo Direct may have been moved because of that. So Jeff Grubb, who has proclaimed that a Nintendo Direct is happening in the middle of February, has posted on X to say that he has heard the event has been postponed due to the upcoming Xbox podcast this evening. Obviously, this is posted yesterday. We've already had the podcast. This event, which features Phil Spencer and other key figures, will discuss the future of Xbox. He remains certain that the Direct was meant to take part in the middle of February. As always, this is just a rumor, so please take it with a grain of salt. So this is the actual tweet that he posted. So we had Deathbringer here saying, what's going on with the Direct? Postponed, cancelled, saving for the Switch 2 reveal. So he goes on to say, I know nobody wants to hear this, but just like when the Queen died, this is real. I heard earlier this week that they were discussing moving the Nintendo Direct because of the Xbox business update. I've never known the date for sure. I've only ever heard by the middle of February. And then he says, you may now shoot the messenger. I also said this on the Nintendogs on Tuesday, but for some reason, this tidbit didn't do the rounds and get the headlines. And then he says, okay, podcast is out, yada, yada, yada. So what he's saying here is he originally said, when he originally said that there was going to be a Nintendo Direct in the middle of February, literally also said, oh wait, this Xbox podcast may also push it back, but then for some reason none of like the big news articles kind of picked up on that. But yeah, he did say that it potentially could get pushed back. Obviously, Necro Felipe said it was going to happen on the 15th for definite. He was wrong. I think Nate the Hate said it was also going to happen on the Thursday as well, or he said that it was going to be a third-party direct or something, who also got it wrong, and then obviously Jeff Grubb got it wrong as well. So we don't really know when this direct is happening. We don't know what's happening, what's going on with it. Again, if it has been pushed back, then it means it's going to be next week. But I feel like a bit of a broken record saying, oh, it's going to be next week, oh, it's going to be next week. Again, I'm just covering what these people are saying. You know, these people have got somewhat okay track records. They've got things right in the past. They've got things wrong in the past. I'm just the messenger. I'm covering it for you guys. I haven't said this is definitely going to happen. I'm saying these guys are saying that it's going to happen. But now, obviously, they were all wrong. But again, I guess if it did get pushed back because of the podcast, then they wouldn't have been wrong. It literally just got pushed back. But then they should probably come out and say earlier on, before the Xbox podcast, like, oh wait, it's getting moved. Like, none of them came out and said that, apart from Jeff Grubb. So we did actually have Pioro, though, who is the actual main leaker. Like, this guy's track record is clean, man. Like, got every single thing right. And this was on the 12th of February. We had Bart saying, Pioro, when are we going to have a partner show? Are we going to have a partner showcase this week? And Pioro said, I'm not aware of any imminent first-party announcements at the moment. So on the 13th, he said that there was no first-party announcements. So obviously, that's not covering third-party. He's just saying first-party. So that basically confirmed that we weren't getting a first-party Nintendo Direct. Saying party too many times. But obviously, he didn't say anything about third-party. He just said first. So everyone was like, okay, well, that still means that we potentially could get a third. But yeah, he just kind of like said, no, it's not happening. And he was correct. Like I say, this guy's track record is super good. Like, this is the main guy. If he says something, it's going to happen. The other guys is like, maybe. Obviously, February is very easy to kind of guess that we'd be getting a direct around that time, because we always do. But with the Switch 2, potentially, I mean, it also kind of dominoes into the Switch 2 thing as well, because we had Nate the Hate and Necro Felipe both saying that we were going to get a March announcement for the Switch 2. If they were wrong about the Direct, they're probably going to be wrong about that. So now we don't really know what's happening, when things are getting announced, or anything like that. It's kind of blown everything out of proportion. Again, if we get a direct next week, which we could potentially still get if it has been pushed back, then obviously, yeah, we may still get the announcement of the Switch 2 in March, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. Like I say, whether the Xbox Showcase did have a massive issue with the Direct or not, we don't know. But as of right now, all we do know is we didn't get a Direct, and these people saying that we were going to get one have basically just lost a little bit of credibility, really. But anyway, that's all the Nintendo Direct stuff. That's all the Pokemon DLC stuff. Let's finish today's video off with a good old spicy 4chan rumor. This is about Mystery Dungeon. A lot of Mystery Dungeon rumors are kind of coming out now, and that is just simply because they are likely to get a new game very, very soon because of the whole trademark thingy that we got last Pokemon Day. But again, this was posted on 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt, as always. Most of the time, they do tend to be fake, but you never know. So this was posted on the 14th of February, so a couple of days now ago now, saying Pokemon Day / Mystery Dungeon information. So got a big scoop on a game being announced at the Pokemon event during the 27th. So Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Split Worlds. So Split Worlds is actually a really cool name. I do quite like that for a mystery dungeon. It gives me kind of Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team vibes and stuff like that. They go on to say semi-open world like Monster Hunter Legends Arceus. Again, I feel like the next step in mystery dungeon game has to be open world. It would just be perfect for it. It screams open world. And again, maybe that's why we got the old the kind of, I can't remember what it's called, where you can obviously take control of your Pokemon and play it like them. Maybe that's why we got that in Scarlet and Violet, just to kind of test the waters a bit. They then go on to say six big chunks of maps to explore. So 6 big areas, like a little bit like Legends Arceus, having like big areas to explore. Caves and dungeons are still procedurally generated. So I'm assuming that just means it's like random every single time. All Gen 1 to 9 starters, plus some regional forms, and new Gen 9 Pokemon are playable. We have all starters being playable: Pikachu, Eevee, Galarian Meowth, Alolan Sandshrew, Charcadet, I think that's supposed to be, Hisuian Zorua, normal Zorua, Unovian form, and then also Riolu as well. So that's all the starters, plus obviously like a couple of forms there as well. You can take a personality test or just straight up choose your playable character. I mean, that's the best thing. I mean, like, back in the original games where you had to take the personality test, I would just keep doing it until I got the Pokemon I wanted anyway. So it's just nice to be able to get, you know, the Pokemon you want straight away, so you're not wasting time and all that. And then instead of touching the screen to scan, you like on Explorer of Time, you have to hold your Joy-Con as tight as you can to read your heart rate. And then the plot involves around Paradox Pokemon. I don't know, I mean, would they evolve around Paradox? I don't think they would revolve around Paradox Pokemon, because we've known that like a new game is coming since last year. But then again, I guess the Paradox Pokemon were here last year as well. So I don't know, it's a weird, maybe it will revolve around Paradox Pokemon, or maybe like there'll be certain bosses and stuff that are Paradox Pokemon that you have to like fight along the way. Then it goes on to say the Swords of Justice Fusion Paradox in the Violet and Scarlet book is the main antagonist. I would really like that. I would like to see like those fusions be an actual thing. Like maybe one day we will see them. Like I still think that the gimmick of Generation 10 is going to be fusion. Like we had those fusion images in the Scarlet and Violet book of the Legendary Beast and the Swords of Justice. We've also potentially got Generation 5 games coming out this year, which of course revolves around fusion and the fact that, you know, Reshiram and all that fuse to make, you know, Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. So yeah, the next gimmick could be fusion. I'm not saying that every single Pokemon would fuse with every single Pokemon, because there'd be like thousands and thousands of fusions, but certain Pokemon would fuse together. A little bit like the Legendary Birds did in the manga, a little bit like Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur did in the manga. Like we've already had fusion Pokemon in the past, and in the, obviously in the manga and the games. So I don't know why it wouldn't happen, but yeah, I don't know. There's just a couple of hints towards it from like previous games and stuff. But yeah, it's called Iron Justice. Apparently, the fusion of the Swords of Justice there. Iron Prince, aka Paradox Keldeo, acts like Grovyle in the DS games. I don't know if we'd get a Paradox Keldeo debuting in a Mystery Dungeon game, and I know that Primal Dialga did and stuff like that, but I just think that if we were going to get a Paradox Keldeo, it would have been in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games, because that's quite a big Pokemon, like quite a big Pokemon form. But then again, I guess Primal Dialga is as well. Either way, though, apparently it's going to act like Grovyle in the DS games. He wants to protect the Iron Justice from you, but wants to find a way to bring them back to normal. So I'm assuming like split up the fusion or something like that is what Paradox Keldeo wants to do. The fusion paradox of legendary beasts is also a boss of a second story in the game. Makes sense, you wouldn't be able to have the fusion of the Swords of Justice and not have the fusion of the legendary beasts, which I really like, by the way. I really like the fusion of the legendary beasts. It'd be cool to see that as like a boss or something, or some way, shape or form in any kind of Pokemon game. It would be really nice to see. Called Aberrant Beast, Aberrant Beast, something like that. The fusions are exclusive to the game, the Primal Dialga or Shadow Lugia, so obviously that's what we was just speaking about them, which again, it's one of them, like, it takes place in this Mystery Dungeon game, but like, we'd love to see them in the actual games as well. Same for Shadow Lugia and obviously Primal Dialga. I mean, a lot of people thought we was going to get a Primal Dialga in Pokemon Legends Arceus. We did get the origin form, but obviously Primal Dialga, especially because we've got like Primal Kyogre and Groudon, everyone was expecting that to be in the game at some point, but obviously we never got that, so maybe at some point we will, but I could see that happening in, like, I don't know if it's already happened in Pokemon Go or not, but I could see something like that, because Pokemon Go, you can just kind of throw all these Pokemon into it. And then Iron Prince can be brought to the mainline games after you beat the full game. You get a mysterious photo to transfer. It triggers a new event with Perrin to go catch Iron Prince, no matter the version of the game. So this is like, this is where it kind of falls flat a little bit. I mean, a bit of the rumor falls flat before, but the fact that it can be brought to mainline games, that's not the craziest thing, because obviously it's very, very similar to the Manaphy Egg and Pokemon Ranger. Like, we've had something similar to that before. The only problem is, like, I don't think it would be in the, because like the whole, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself here a bit, but the whole idea of the Scarlet and Violet book is like, it was a quick sketch of what he thought that they looked like. So it's not an actual thing that exists, but it is like, it's kind of a combination of what did exist. It was just a quick sketch. Obviously, in a different timeline, it could exist. You know, there's so many different timelines, so it very well could exist, which is why it could be in the games and stuff. But I don't know. I don't think it would take place in the same universe as, you know, all of the Ultra Beasts that we, all of the Paradox forms you already get. So I don't know. It's very unlikely. They then go on to say the photo is once per account, like the Manaphy Egg. So, yeah, they're obviously taking inspiration from the Manaphy event in Pokemon Ranger, which I really liked. I thought it was really cool to get a Pokemon from a spin-off game into a main series game. And, yeah, maybe it would be cool to see it, but, like, what typing would it be? You know, it can't have all three typings. Unless it's like the Calyrex fusion, where it, like, has, like, 2 abilities and stuff like that, which is another fusion thing as well. We have fusion in Gen 8, fusion in Gen 9, and then potentially fusion in Gen 5 remake. So there's a lot of fusion stuff happening, which is another reason as to why we might see fusion in Generation 10. And then it says coming 2024, or December 2024, which again is another weird time to kind of drop this. I mean, main series Pokemon games usually drop in November. Spin-offs are usually all over the place, but if we were to just get this, does that mean that we're not getting any, like, main series, and then that we're getting nothing from, like, now until November? And then it says dubbed the biggest adventure yet. So I like the idea of a semi-open world mystery dungeon. Again, I prefer it to be completely open world, and also would prefer it to have like online co-op and stuff like that. I think it's very well a possibility at this point, and I would absolutely love that. I don't think this rumor is true though. I think it's a little bit of BS, but either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. What are your thoughts on this rumor here? Do you think it is true? Would you like it to be true? Do you want to see another mystery dungeon game, or are you fine and content with the ones that we've got? What are your thoughts on the whole Nintendo Direct fiasco as well? Do you think we're going to get one at some point, or do you think we're just not going to get anything until the Switch 2 is revealed? And let me know your thoughts on that, and then also make sure to do these events. Sign up for this on the 21st as well when you get the chance. But that is going to be everything from me. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out, of course. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.